Stand back! There's a bucket coming through!
Welcome to Book It Wrestling Podcast for the fans, by the fans, where we book, rebook, and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your Commissioner Lil X Fudge, and today we got your GMs, Damone D Money.
All aboard the Moon Train.
The bad guy Kenny.
Oh
yeah. And the second return of Hi-Fi Mike.
Party on, Garth.
So this week, after an exciting, exhilarating Bookie Award show, you're probably expecting, where's more Book It Verse content? And I'm with you. We all love the Book It Verse, but it's March and it's time for March Madness. And how could we forget such a momentous occasion in both the world of college basketball, but now in the world of wrestling? That's right. Tonight marks pro wrestling's March Madness. D Money, do you mind sharing with our loving audience how this is going to work?
So the way this is going to work, we're going to have 8 tournaments.
Get closer to your microphone.
Sorry, can you hear me okay here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have 8 tournaments. We broke out 64 people into 8 brackets. So 4 of them are divided by era, or more than 5, or I think 5 of the 8 are by era. 3 of them are by, like, if they're indie, if they're Japanese or international. So they're split up into different brackets, different groups. 8 each tournament. The winner of each tournament will then, in about 2 weeks' time, gonna battle each other to decide the ultimate winner of the March Madness. And tonight we're starting off with, we're going to be doing the Territory Era, then Hulkamania, then the Attitude Era, and then last but not least, Ruthless Aggression.
So damn, we really going back far and getting to, I want to say rather recent, but we all this dirt, and that was 20 years ago.
It is crazy that Ruthless Aggression was 20 years ago.
So we still got plenty of wrestling history after that and plenty of regions to do. So D Money, you mind pulling up our bracket? And
yeah, didn't mean to. I hit the wrong button, Mike.
We pull up a Big Mike.
Yeah, everyone wants to see Big Mike.
There we go. We almost there.
There we go. Almost there.
Big Mike again.
So close.
Oh nope.
Come on.
Again.
There we go. So this is the territories.
So we are in our territories part of the bracket, and we have our matchups, and we will vote.
Someone's gonna get to not vote unless we switch it every round. There's 4 of us.
What if we just have a tie? What if we have a tiebreaker?
I mean, to be fair, the way that the tournaments usually work, a Team with 3 media, is the host doesn't vote if it was uneven. That being said,
if there's a tie,
I don't really have a vote. I don't know most of these motherfuckers. So
if there's a tie, we can flip a coin.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't care.
Someone get a coin. So Ric Flair versus Nick Bockwinkel is the first one.
Ric Flair. I don't know if there's an order here, but I'm saying Ric Flair.
That can be you, me, Kenny, John's the order. So 1 for Ric Flair. I agree with Ric Flair.
Who is Nick Bockwinkel?
Exactly.
Like, he was a big star in the territory.
He will never be in a WWE 2K DLC.
I'm voting for Nick Bockwinkel. I feel like he had a crazy moveset
over Ric Flair.
I don't think he did.
I feel like he was like
Bro was hitting 450s in the actual 50s.
He was a star in the AWA and NWA.
I feel like he was like Mike Quackenbush. He got a nasty name but a crazy moveset.
I had a teacher with the last name Quackenbush once, and then I read a book with a character with the last name Quackenbush.
And I'm also gonna go.
While I
Flair.
was in
I'm
that
surprised
guy's
it wasn't
class.
a sweep.
It's not going to be a sweep. As long as Nick Bockelwinkle's on this.
So Ric Flair is moving on. He is
Uh,
in the WWE. Nick Bockwinkel is in the WWE
Is
Hall
he?
of Fame. Yes, he was a major star.
Well, he's never going to be DLC, so it
he-
doesn't matter.
I don't think he'd be DLC, but
I
he
don't
could be
even
on
think
the
he's going to
roster.
have somebody create a community create him.
I'm sure there's a community creation for Nick
For
Bockwinkel.
Nick Bockwinkel.
He wrestled for 34 consecutive years.
Damn.
So this round, Damone, you should go first.
Okay. Harley Race versus Terry Funk. I'm going with the Funkster. I read this book. It was fire. I like Terry Funk better. I like Harley Race too, but
Bad guy.
Terry's better.
Bad
Always
guy.
been a fan of Terry Funk, so I'm going with him.
Terry Funk. EC Dub. EC Dub.
Nick Bockwinkel. No, Terry Funk.
What? Yeah. What? Can Harley Race hit a moonsault? Will Harley Race get a ladder thrown at his head? I
The thing,
think
that is always wild because Terry Funk started off as like a super technical wrestler, like a wrestler's wrestler, and then
He was
became
still a
hardcore
wrestler's
guy.
wrestler. Even when he was a hardcore guy, he was still a
True.
wrestler's wrestler.
The spinning toe hold is kind of dumb when you think about it.
Chainsaw
that's a
Charlie,
nasty
man.
finisher. That's a nasty finisher.
Chainsaw Charlie.
Chainsaw Charlie.
So next is Jack Briscoe versus Bruno.
Bad guy, you go
Bad
first.
guy.
All right, I'm going with Bruno. He was Roman before Roman. If we're going to do that.
John.
I feel like Jack Briscoe is somehow in a distant universe related to Jay and Mark Briscoe, so I'm gonna vote for him that way. AEW.
Mike.
I'm gonna go with Bruno.
I'm also going Bruno. Dory Funk Jr. versus Luthez. John.
I feel like Dory Funk is somehow related to Terry Funk.
He is.
and that
They're
makes him
brothers.
better than
They're
Luthez.
literally
So,
brothers.
Yeah, they're literally brothers, yeah.
They're
but
literal,
we going
actual
Dory
brothers.
Funk. I don't know shit about him, but Terry's
let's just
merits carry over to him.
Yeah, Dory's the older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is.
the older brother. Yeah. Mike.
I'm gonna go with Luthez.
Okay.
He had a huge arsenal of moves.
He
Right.
did help
Did he?
invent a lot of. He invented
He
a lot of
invented
the
like
moves.
a ton of. I mean,
Someone had to do the first clothesline and the first like Luthez press.
Thez press. Yeah, Thez press. Thez press is one of my favorite moves
Is
in
it?
2K.
I hate that move.
in
so
2K, I love it.
much. I've always hated that move.
I think Stone Cold doing it's my favorite.
That
Yeah,
was like the
yeah,
go-to
right.
when like a female couldn't wrestle, they would give him that move, and they'd
Oh,
be
but
like,
it looks so good.
they'd be like, "Oh my god, she's swinging on!" I'm like, "This is stupid."
I like it. I like it. It's one of my favorite. You know, you can see me put it in all my book adverses. Sometimes I just don't say it.
What? That doesn't
Like
make
I
any
don't
sense.
say I call it out by action. I don't say the Thez press.
Okay. I tell you this move, but I don't tell you this move.
Yeah,
I
like
don't say it. It's just implied. It's like what?
Yeah.
This implied. This match.
He wins every match with a Luthez press.
yeah, right. You just
which
never
probably
notice.
happened. Which definitely happened when Luthez did it.
Disgusting.
There weren't 450s invented yet.
I know, but that's still nasty. There had been.
He hadn't invented it yet.
Figure it out.
Suplex is better than a Luthez press.
I'm going
Not
with
for
Dory.
Luthez.
Yeah. Fuck him. Just because of that.
Kenny.
Dory Funk. Just because of that.
So next round, this match is fire. Ric Flair or Terry Funk?
Is it me now or is
Yeah.
it John?
It'd be you.
Okay. I'm going Terry Funk.
Okay. Also going Terry Funk.
Terry
I'm
Funk.
also going Terry Funk. Fuck Ric Flair.
We're going with the sweep, Terry
It's
Funk.
like I
You
feel
see
like we're looking at two different sides of the coin, and overall, I think Terry Funk was just a better person.
No, yeah.
No, I don't
it's
even
also
care
that
about him as
Ric
a person.
Flair
It's not
was-
even that. It's Fuck
Ric
him.
Flair was willing to do it. Terry Funk did, but he couldn't do it as well.
Terry Funk, the shit that he did, he should not have been able to wrestle as long as he did. Period.
No, but he took relatively good care of himself.
He was still
After
wrestling
wrestling.
up
Or
until
after-
within the last
during.
10 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say his last
Yeah.
match wasn't like what's his last match like 2019?
Yeah, it
something
wasn't
like
too
that.
long ago. He did die, right?
Yeah, he's
Remember
dead.
he
that?
died.
He passed
Okay.
away.
I think 2019 was his last match.
Yeah, he like in his book, and the thing is, he was actually really had a good vision for the future because he pretty much talks about like how the business is going from big jack guys to more cruiserweights and smaller guys, and unlike most old fucks, he's like, that's cool, I like that, I'm good with that. The business is changing, it's progressing.
I think watching Terry Funk in ring and just listening to him talk and just everything about him, you could tell he loved wrestling. Ric Flair was a wrestler.
I think Rick loved it
I don't
too,
think
but-
he. I think Ric Flair loves Ric Flair. I don't think Ric Flair.
Oh
loves
yeah, Ric
wrestling.
Flair loves Ric Flair, but
That's about as far as it goes. It just so happens Ric Flair is a wrestler.
I get what you mean. That if he was into something else, he would be in love with that. He's only in
Correct.
wrestling.
I think Terry Funk
That's what it gets.
was.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, I think Terry Funk was in love with the industry, with wrestling. Period.
Yeah. Bruno versus Dory. It's on me, right?
Yeah, it's on you.
I'm gonna go with Bruno. He was a champion for like 13 years.
I mean, yeah.
Kenny,
I'm also going Bruno.
John.
I'm going Dory Funk because of Terry.
I'm gonna go with Bruno.
You know what's funny? Terry would have probably voted for Dory against himself. Like he really admired him.
Yeah.
So Terry Funk versus Bruno.
Bad guy.
That guy.
Oh, Bruno, no. I'm going with Terry Funk.
Hey.
Who's
already
got
know.
the funk.
I'm going with Terry Funk.
Gotta
Mike?
have that funk. Ow. I'm going with Terry Funk. I thought that was obvious.
I'll give Bruno a sympathy vote so he doesn't get swept. So the first entrant into the 8-person finals is going to be Terry Funk representing the territories.
Which is wild. Like you would not think that he would be the one to make it at everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
But we different here out here, Bookie.
yeah. Most people would just default probably the Flair, but I like Terry was great.
I
He could
feel
do
like
more.
Terry. I like
Also,
Terry more
also
than I like
he's-
Flair.
Also, he called Jerry. What's his fucking face? Jerry the King Lawler a baby banger in his book. So
Oh,
And
what?
a baby,
a baby
banger.
banger.
That's crazy.
He called them that in a feud too. Like in their feud, he kept calling him a baby banger.
I didn't realize, like, going back, there was a lot of times they referenced that. Like AJ Lee brought it up at one point during the commentating at one time.
Yeah, he
Like,
definitely
I'm, just-
did it.
I'm a little too old for the girls you like. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he definitely did it.
He
He's
was
definitely
with the.
racist.
Was she like
She was like 14. or
allegedly?
15.
We need to say that
Allegedly.
we don't know. Allegedly.
Allegedly, she was like 14 or 15, and his reasoning for why it couldn't have been him or something was like something when she dated black guys.
I didn't do it with the black.
Such a
Like,
monster.
whoa.
Yeah, or-
Not, I would never do that. It's just, I didn't stand a chance anyway.
yeah, yeah. It was a wild quote.
right,
But
so
fuck
let's go.
Jerry Lawler. He didn't
Yeah,
even make
fuck
the
Jerry
list.
Lawler. Speaking of fucking
Fuck
people,
these
can
guys.
we just
Fuck
can we
this
all
guy.
just vote for Jake the Snake and get this first round over with?
Hulk Hogan. We're in the Hulkamania era. Hulk
That's not
Hogan
going to work for
versus-
me, brother.
Hulk Hogan versus Jake the Snake. We'll start back at Mike.
Okay, yeah, it's Jake the Snake. Fuck
Right.
Hulk Hogan.
It is fuck Hulk Hogan, but I gotta be
Jake the Snake was on Boy Meets World.
I didn't fucking remember that.
Yeah, he was against Vader in the fucking 16
I'll be
candles
honest,
and-
I barely remember Boy Meets World.
I
me.
don't. I
remember
love Boy Meets
two
World,
things
man.
from it.
Like I remember
it.
liking it as
Love
a
it.
kid, but I haven't like gone back and really rewatched it except for that one dumbass episode you made me watch.
Oh, I think you watched two. I think you were on two separate
I
episodes.
think
of it,
I
weren't
think
you?
I might have watched two. But I don't want to vote for him, but it's Hulk Hogan. bad guy.
Oh, it's definitely fuck Hulk Hogan. Even before like all the accusations and shit and all that random shit came out about him, I was never really a fan of Hulk Hogan.
I hate that people are like, he did it in private. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't care. He's still an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's still trash, but I was never a fan.
I-
I always thought he was corny. Even as a kid, I thought he was corny.
He was even an ass-
I'm
he was-
legitimately like let down and mad that it happened.
Razor Ramon was my guy.
Hollywood Hogan was the real person. That's why it worked. Because he really is a piece of shit.
Like when I got back into wrestling, I was super pumped because none of that came out yet, and then it came out, and it was just fucking
And
downhill.
no, every story you hear about people when they talk about Hulk Hogan is about how he tried to fuck him over.
Yeah.
Like The Undertaker.
Prior to that, all this, it
like
was
he's just fucking people over all the time in pro wrestling. Like just the wrestling aspect of it, he was fucking over people. Like he pretty much told Undertaker he broke his neck, and his fucking head was nowhere near it when he did the tombstone. Like fuck Hulk Hogan. You know
And
what? Fuck him. I'm changing my vote.
That's all.
I'm talking myself into voting against
he
him.
beat
Fuck
up that
guy.
he beat up that one talk show host. He sent him to
that
the
Hulk?
hospital.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
I
yeah,
forgot
Was
what
that
his
Hogan
name
or
was.
was it the other guy? Wasn't it
No,
the
it was
other guy
Hogan.
that did
It
it?
was Hogan. He did a sleeper hold.
Oh yeah, you're right. I know you're talking about. There's
and
I'm thinking of
then
the
he
guy-
fell and he knocked his head on the ground. I think he
Yeah.
also did something to Andy Kaufman, if I remember. But I don't.
No, you're thinking
know.
of Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler. Jerry
Yeah,
Lawler. did
Jerry
something to
Lawler and Andy
Kaufman.
Kaufman is the thing.
I mean, they're both Jerry. Fuck Jerry Lawler too.
Well, yeah, John, Hulk Hogan or Jake the Snake.
AEW, Jake the Snake.
I fucking forget he works for AEW.
Wow, Hogan lost first round in the division named
WrestleMania.
after him
Yeah.
in a sweep.
So the
You know, because
Ultimate Warrior,
Jake the Snake is that guy, man.
Jake. The
He was
Ultimate
afraid of snakes.
He's still that guy though.
He was carrying him.
That's like Jeff Hardy being afraid of heights, but he's always jumping off of something. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's the reason he's jumping because
It's like,
he wants
it's like
to get
Batman.
out of
He's
being
Batman,
hyped.
He got a whole bat persona.
Damone, it's you.
He overcame his fears. So Ultimate Warrior versus Andre the Giant. I'm gonna go with Andre.
I don't even want to vote for this.
I would say
disgusting.
I'm gonna judge anyone who votes for Warrior. I'll be honest.
This is
Can he?
disgusting. I don't even want to pick. I'll go Andre the Giant because I have to.
He was
I
doing
fucking can't
young
stand it.
Andre was different.
Andre the
We saw-
Giant
We saw mostly old
could drink
Andre.
a barrel of beer.
That means nothing to me. Like, you still have some like, oh, let me change my vote. Like
He was in the Princess Bride.
It's still a point of like it still stands. It doesn't matter whether you drink or not.
No, I mean, but still, like that.
It's not.
It's
impressive.
still impressive.
Oh, he can drink a barrel of beer. Like,
It's impressive.
It is impressive.
I
You
would
can
do
drop a barrel of any liquid.
John.
I'm going Andre, and my favorite thing with Andre is the story that Jim Duggan told on the Jericho cruise. Did I mention it on the Jericho cruise?
Twice.
It was about how like Andre the Giant was like actually like a stinky motherfucker
Oh yeah,
who,
for sure.
who loved to fart in elevators.
I know his fart stunk.
I mean, he was.
I
Yeah,
know
he
that
was
shit
French,
stunk.
so that adds up.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
definitely eating like French cheeses and shit. And that
And he
had
was
to
a
reach.
giant.
Yeah.
I'm going Andre.
That was a whole lot of ass to fart out of. Sting versus Bret Hart.
Hey,
Kenny.
this is fire.
The battle of the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter
This is
versus
fire.
Scorpion.
Scorpion Deathlock.
Scorpion Deathlock.
So bad guy too.
Bad guy. It's on you.
It's the hardest one for me. Y'all started with me. I'm gonna go with because this is Surfer Sting anyway. So it's not.
Yeah, it's Surfer Sting.
So I'm gonna go Bret Hart. If it was Crow Sting, I'd be like, damn. But this is. I'm not really a fan of Surfer Sting like that.
John.
I'm going AEW Sting, baby.
You didn't even get this version of Sting.
I'm going Sting. It's fuck Bret Hart right now.
For this era, I do love Surfer Sting though.
Surfer Sting was fun.
But I'm going Brett. We're gonna have to flip a
Oh.
All right, we
coin.
gotta flip a coin. Does anybody get a coin?
I told you guys to get a coin. God damn
I
it!
got my app. I can pull up the app on here.
I have one in the other room. I would say pull up the D&D Beyond and just roll a dice.
Okay. Well, I gotta do it over because I pressed the
Say
button.
it.
He's a call
Okay.
there.
Go on.
Heads is Brett. Tails is
Sting.
Sting. So I'm gonna flip again.
That's,
So it
the
is
beat.
Brett.
I don't like that. It just looks like it
First
just
Sting.
restarted the animation.
It
Does
might
it ever
have.
go tails? Because it looked
I
like
don't
it.
fucking know. I'll do it one more time to see if it actually ever
Let's
lands
say
on
best
Tails.
2 out of 3.
I think he said Sting was. I think he said Sting was tails.
Sting is Tails. No,
Okay, there is a tails.
But
It
there
doesn't
is a
matter.
Tails.
It's
Yeah, Bret
it's
Hart
Brett.
won.
Oh, Bret Hart won. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
That's what I was like. What I was about to say. How does Sting go on?
Ted DiBiase versus Macho Man Randy Savage,
That's a good
the
one.
real star of the Hulkamania era.
Gee, John.
You, John.
You know it's the Macho Man
Got you for 3 minutes.
Mike.
or
Ooh,
Bonesaw.
it's the Nacho Man. Oh yeah,
The cream always rises.
rises to the crop.
You turned to the
Kenny.
lead singer of Disturbed.
Like that voice is hard to do, and then your like vocal cords get warmed up, and then it's smooth like butter, and then it hits a point where I can't talk anymore.
You said your throat was smooth like butter. That's crazy.
Like, I get like after I
That is a wild
crazy.
statement. That is wild.
after I do the voice for a while. Yeah.
That's insane.
That is a wild statement. I forgot who we were even on. Who didn't vote?
I think it's you, ain't it?
No, I voted. No, I voted for Macho Man.
Oh, I
I
can't
went
see
for
my-
Macho Man.
Mike's
Yeah,
covered
so it's
by-
you.
So then
Kenny.
it's you,
I'm
bad
going
guy.
Macho Man.
I mean, that's
This is so crazy. This might be the craziest sentence I've ever ushered on.
I don't understand
Okay.
why it is a normal sentence.
Your throat is smooth as butter is a normal sentence.
Yeah, smooth as butter is the thing, and my throat would be as smooth as butter because that's how it would sound. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
That's not a normal sentence. I'm crying.
Even if a girl told me her throat was smooth as butter, I'm like, that's crazy. I
Like when somebody
That's
sings, what do you like? That
crazy
gets
word.
used often when like people sing well or like that's just what it is.
Listen,
I'm
I've
sorry
heard some-
that
I've
you
heard
have a
some
dirty
great singers in
mind.
my time, and I've never been like, damn, her throat must be smooth. Like,
No, it sounds smooth like butter.
Oh, that was wild. Jake the Snake versus Andre the Giant. It's on me, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going with Jake.
I'm over here crying. I'm also going with Jake as well. His DDT literally saved the universe on the Lucas Brothers TV show.
John.
I'm going Jake the Snake. This round's not been very close on a lot of these.
No,
Mike.
Jake the Snake.
Sorry, Andre. Bret Hart versus Macho Man. John.
I'm going Macho Man because he's a better worker than Brett. Yeah, I said it.
I'm not mad. It's close. Mike.
The Macho Man, he's smooth like butter. Oh yeah.
So for this era, I'm gonna say Macho Man 2 because Brett was just becoming a star.
Still going Brett.
Still going Brett. But so it's Jake the Snake versus the Macho Man. John. Or John just went Mike.
Yeah.
He's a macho man. I wanna be a macho man.
I'm gonna go with Macho Man. There was a minute he was my GOAT.
He's still my goat.
He's up there though.
Him and Triple H are like this, like
When
right
they
next to
won
each
B.
other.
Bad guy.
I'll go Macho Man.
And John.
I'll give the pity vote to Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake is eliminated and still doesn't win a championship. Macho Man moves on to the final 8. So now we're gonna do not ruthless aggression, the Attitude Era. So
This one's gonna be fun.
WCW and WWE combined. So first is gonna be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kevin Nash.
Mm.
Mike.
I'm gonna go Kevin Nash.
I'm gonna go Stone Cold.
This is a good matchup because this is Kevin Nash in his prime too.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I have to edge with Stone Cold.
Ayo.
I have to go at the edge with Stone Cold because Stone Cold was just on top of the world at that point. Kevin Nash was too though, but Stone Cold.
Yeah. Big sexy. Everyone wanted to be in the NWO or DX.
I definitely want to be in the DX more than NWO back then.
I wanted to be in the NWO, obviously.
Because I was getting in trouble for doing the cross chops in school.
I mean, it was like it went from
It's a rite of
NWO
passage.
to DX. Like it was a pretty quick through line once WWE took over.
And I was a kid. And I was like doing like X-Pac. So I was jumping up and down doing it.
Yeah. Doing the
X-Pac
one
or
where you
Six,
jump
who's
and you
better?
like do the split in the air
Yeah.
at 10 at like what? Not even 10. It's 8, 9.
Yeah, it would have been like 8,
I was able to
9.
do that. I was way more flexible.
John. Stone Cold or Kevin
Stone
Nash.
Quite freaky today, man.
Not close to you.
I'm sorry you took it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
I was flexible when I was a child. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Were you not?
I will leave that alone. John, what's your vote?
Stone Cold, and it's not close. Kevin Nash was never that guy for me.
Disrespectful, but
Right?
Kevin Nash was only enjoyable to me when he
He's big
was like
sexy.
joking around with the X Division and TNA.
Ew.
Like when he was like
the
helping
worst
Alex
version.
Shelley.
Yeah, well, it's John. You should know he's gonna
That's
choose the worst version.
Nah, him and Alex Shelley was funny as hell.
I will give you that. They
Or
were
the
funny.
therapist version.
But Kevin Nash, big sexy Kevin Nash, is the second best NWO member.
Remember on the TNA Impact game when Kevin Nash was wrestling with a polo shirt on?
Yes.
They didn't even give him a wrestling attire. He gave
That game was not good, but also fun.
No, it was a good. I mean, it's a good game. I play
It was
it
a
from
good
time to
game.
I
time.
love that game.
I liked it a lot too, and I liked the story.
I play it from time to time. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I might emulate that for a playthrough. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I do the
Definitely do it.
PS3 version.
My man's
There's a
in
PS2
bright purple
version as
polo
well,
and
but-
jeans.
You end up in Mexico, got to fight your way back to America,
Just like real life.
just like real life.
That's crazy.
Shawn Michaels, HBK. versus
Wait, are they
Triple
saying
H.
Mexico's the minor leagues? Is that
Yeah, that's essentially you. Yeah, you were in the minor leagues. You had to win a bunch of
Mexico
matches. in
doesn't have a
Mexico.
major league? So what? Wait,
Their major league would be CMLL or
It-
AAA.
yeah, I know. But I'm saying they don't. It's TNA, so they're.
Yeah,
The real ones had a AAA game too.
I didn't even know they had a game.
I must have had that shit too.
You was
The-
deep.
PS1 had.
Any wrestling game that dropped, I had it.
There was
It
a
was pretty
couple
good.
ECW games that were pretty fun.
I had the ECW Revolution.
Anarchy.
The mode I always did was the one where you could have it be lava outside of the ring, and if you threw, so it was a battle royal, and if you threw them out, the person would like catch on, go into the lava.
I'll be
I
honest.
had, remember WCW NWO Thunder?
Yeah,
They had
Yes.
a mode, if you put the cheat code in, they had a stage where it was literally you were dancing. So all the wrestling moves you did were literally like dances. So like you would like do your little dance.
That
like,
game was so
So
bad.
that-
I
it was
love
the-
that game. It was so
it was
bad.
a precursor for Dance Theory.
damn it! It all comes back to dance.
It always comes back to Dance Theory. Speaking of great tag team wrestlers or tag team, Triple H and HBK going up head to head.
You.
It's me. So this is gonna hurt. This is gonna sting. Not the wrestler sting, but I'm gonna go for this era. I'm gonna go HBK. Triple H.
Mm-mm.
I like
Disagree.
his
Disagree.
rise was more in the
Nope.
like. I know obviously he did shit and he was a champion in the Attitude Era. He was a big
It was
star. He
towards
was,
the
he
end,
was
though.
the
No.
villain.
HBK was on his way out towards the beginning of the
True.
Attitude Era.
That is
Triple
true.
H literally became the son-in-law during the Attitude Era. He had his rise from being at the bottom at the beginning,
Yeah, I guess McMahon Helmsley.
all the way to the top.
I guess McMahon Helmsley is technically part of
It's
Attitude
still
Era.
Attitude Era. It's still Attitude Era until
You know
like
what?
what?
You son of a
2002?
bitch, you convinced me. I'm going Triple H.
I think HBK had he was more in the
New generation.
new generation, yeah. And then towards the end of that,
Bad guy.
I don't care what era it's in. I'm choosing Shawn Michaels like, over anybody unless it's Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I'm definitely choosing over fucking Triple H. Like,
Pride.
I'm going Triple H because I'm smart.
So we're tied. Gonna go back to the coin flip. Heads
2
is
out of
H-
3.
Heads is HBK. Tails is Triple H.
There you go.
Why would you do that knowing that Tails doesn't ever fucking come up?
Tails comes up.
Tails got
There you
it.
see. So
Yeah.
one for Triple
Mike-
H. One for Shawn Michaels.
Let's get it.
Fuck this
Shawn
coin.
Michaels wins.
Fuck this coin. Why
I'm
would
not
you do
even-
that?
I'm not even mad at it. Shawn Michaels is great.
I'm mad at it.
I'm not.
It's the
if you
wrong
say
pick.
Shawn It is, but if you say Shawn Michaels is better than Triple H, I'm not going to fight you on that. That's one of the guys, him, Kurt, or one like some of the guys who I'm like, I get it. I still prefer Triple H, but I get it.
And you see the better feuds coming up too. Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels over Stone Cold and Triple H. Just saying,
Well, still going to Triple H had a fire feud,
but not as good as Stone
multiple
Cold and Shawn
fire
Michaels.
feuds. No, they were better. Their feuds were better. Triple H tried to run him or had him run over by a car. They just Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold just fought over a belt. Triple H tried to
They
convince
just fall over the championship. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing major. Triple H orchestrated a attempted vehicular manslaughter. Goldberg versus The Undertaker. Streak versus Streak.
Bad
No,
guy.
this is gonna be a bad match. You remember what happened last time? They went at it.
Goldberg almost dropped Undertaker on his head.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Yeah, it was at one of the Saudi shows.
Oh, I didn't watch.
I think it was
that.
Crown Jewel. I think it was just straight up Crown Jewel.
I think it might have been Crown Jewel.
I don't think I
and
watched.
they did it. It was really
It's
bad.
He tried to do a jackhammer and turned it into a brainbuster.
Yeah, like he almost fucked Undertaker up.
Goldberg hasn't had a good match
Ever.
ever.
No.
There
Bobby
was
Lashley
he-
got it out of him. I told y'all, Bobby Lashley would get that out of you. Bobby Lashley is that guy.
Nick Nemeth carried him in a comedy match. I don't
Like,
care.
there's no way he's ever coming back, right?
Oh, so
Like,
it's a
he's
comedy
been
match
embarrassed
now?
enough.
No,
to just...
no.
So it's
There's
a comedy
rumors
match now, John.
he wants to have a retirement.
Remember when he
match.
brought his son out?
Yeah, and that's him, his son, and Bobby Lashley were in a feud.
Was
It was Goldberg and his
no,
son.
there was one before that, wasn't it? The back before Bobby Lashley.
No, I don't think
I remember
so.
him and Bobby Lashley were going at it, and his son was brought in.
Wasn't it?
And then-
Didn't his son cry? Or didn't?
Well, Gunther was like being mean to him and his son.
No, that was way before the Gunther one.
I don't remember.
But yeah,
I barely remember Goldberg shit. I don't remember his son shit.
It was. When did he come back? Before it was. Was it
Multiple
against
times.
Lesnar? Did he go back against Lesnar?
Like 4 times. That 3 of them were ass.
They were all ass. I think the
There was
last
one
one.
that- the
I think
last
the
one was
last one is
okay.
the one I'm thinking
The
about.
last one was decent. They actually had a decent match.
His son, him and his son ripped off their shirt in the ring. Right?
I semi-remember that, but I don't remember who the feud was against or why they did
It had to have been. I'm having sense memories, and I think it was against Brock Lesnar.
I don't know. But who's it on? I
It
think-
was on me. I said Undertaker.
Oh, Undertaker, yes. John,
A lot.
Yeah, Undertaker. The highs are so much higher.
Mike.
It's the Undertaker. I'm mad Goldberg's here.
For the era, I'm gonna give Goldberg a sympathy vote.
You could have
Goldberg's
done.
not
You
great,
could have
but
done.
He did that.
Scott Steiner.
He had this streak. Blame ChatGPT.
You could have done Scott Steiner or Booker T.
Again,
Booker T
blame
would've been a good one.
ChatGPT. Booker T would have been a good one though. Mick Foley versus The Rock.
John.
John.
You could have done
Well-
Scott Hall.
I'm going
I agree.
with Mick Foley. The Rock is too pussy to do any of the shit Mick Foley was doing.
Like,
For the era, I'm gonna go Mick Foley.
I'm also going Mick Foley. He should be Times Magazine Man of the Year, but they screwed him. They said he wasn't influential enough, even though he had the majority of the vote by a lot. They were like, "You're not important enough," so they disqualified him. He got robbed. He should be like the 1998, I think it was, Man of the Year.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was winning the vote like easily, and then they were like, "Nope, he doesn't count." So they gave it. I forgot. They gave it to someone else.
Trash.
But I'm going with The Rock. The Rock was my guy back then. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Stone Cold versus HBK. Mike.
Stone Cold.
Mm.
I lied. HBK.
What? You were
So
just doing all that campaigning against this man.
No, I did.
Well,
but
he was going up against
It
Triple
was
H.
going up
That's
against
different.
Triple H. I mean,
The criteria.
Stone Cold.
changed.
To be completely honest, all right. So Stone Cold has the the Attitude Era.
That's it.
But he really wasn't around that long.
Nope. And that's what makes him better in my opinion. He balled out for like the 3-4 years he was here and dipped.
Well, he had to because his neck was fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, he said, "Look, I'm here for a good time, not a long time."
Well, the thing is, Sean did the same thing. He dipped for a little bit, and then
he
he came back.
as
It was even
authority.
better.
He came back as an authority figure.
Well, yeah, that I was skipping over that. I was saying Sean pretty much had 2 Hall of Fame careers. He had the '90s Hall of Fame career, and then he came back. He's a douchebag in the '90s. Came back and he had like a huge baby face run. Like he was a heel a couple times, but you could argue his second run was better than his first. So
Listen,
that's why I'm voting HBK.
If Mike Bullwinkle can be in the Hall of Fame, then Shawn Michaels as a tag team star could be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves 4 of them.
So I'm assuming you're voting for HBK.
Oh, for sure.
John.
Is HBK about to sweep? Damn, I
What?
was gonna vote for him thinking that was the hot take, but
No.
Stone Cold's getting the pity vote at least.
You know I'm never voting against Shawn Michaels unless it's Kurt Angle.
So the
Yeah, Pity's a more
Undertaker,
devoted meat writer than me.
the Undertaker versus Mick Foley. I think it's on me, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. This is close. I'm gonna go with Mick Foley. '90s Undertaker was kind of buns, like in ring. Like, yeah, I love the Ministry of Darkness, but he didn't start having good matches. Like in the streak. All the matches were pretty bad until like, not all of them were bad. You had a couple decent ones
Until the Ruthless Aggression era.
Until really Ruthless Aggression, when you had to have great matches because they started recognizing the streak. But his first couple of streak matches were not good. They were awful.
He was fighting like Ryan Gonzalez.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Kenny, Mick or Undertaker?
I'm gonna go with since we're going back then, I'm gonna go Mick Foley. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all told me about that that one little promo, and I was like, yeah, I'm a fan. Like I was already a fan of Mick, but that was like, damn, this is fire. The one where it was Cactus Jack. Love all talking to Mick Foley. Yeah, that shit was lit.
they kind of ran that back too. So like it was Triple H again. Like Cactus Jack came back, and in that one he took out Triple H. And then when they did the street fight, it was supposed to be Mankind versus Triple H. Mick comes out and he's like, Mankind's not built for the beating you gave me last week proved to me that Mankind's not built for a street fight with you. And like Triple H smiles and stuff. But I know someone who is, and starts taking off the shit. And like he starts to transform into Cactus Jack, and Triple H loses his mind. He sells the shit out of it. Like that he's terrified.
John,
it's you.
I'm gonna go Undertaker. Just because like later on, Undertaker got so good that I think it's just kind of like undeniable at that point. Even though it's not like this era, right? It's still like the body of work. I kind of consider all of it, even though it's era specific.
What if Dolph Ziggler did that same thing like Cactus Jack did, and he was like he ripped his stuff off, he had the Spirit Squad shit underneath. He was like, they were like, oh shit,
That would actually be funny.
oh shit.
That would be crazy.
Mo hit the Mickey on him. $10.
Um,
Going transforming back to Nikki is crazy.
He's just regressing, and it was like, oh snap.
What don't the Hardys in the compound? Don't they have the lake, like the lake of rejuvenation?
Reincarnation.
Yeah. The Nick Nemeth ended up in there and showing up as a cheerleader that'd be
That would have been a
hilarious.
$10 story beat.
TNA needs to do that.
I'm going with Mick Foley. I think Mick Foley did 3 characters while Undertaker just did 1, and it
Two. He was the biker.
He was the biker
no,
for part of it.
in the Attitude Era.
Okay, fair enough.
I
He
think
didn't answer that. He was a biker.
I think technically, yeah. It depends on when you
He
consider
ended
the
on
era.
the biker. Yeah.
It depends on when
he
you
was
say
biker.
the era ends.
I'd say that was more Ruthless Aggression than Attitude Era, and I'm
he
saying
did,
I'm
like,
saying Mick did
2000.
3 at one time. The Undertaker did 1 at one time,
Technically, Mick did 4. He did himself,
and himself. Yeah,
Normal Mick, Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love.
there was he
I will
literally
say-
did
I'll say
all
this, though.
3 of he did 3 of them in one video once at the same time.
Yeah, and then he did the Royal Rumble that way too. He kept coming back out.
So yeah, Mick Foley for sure.
I feel like if someone tried to do that this now though, people would be pissed. Be like, why the fuck did you give him 3 spots?
No, that'd be funny. No, I'm still for it.
No, I'm for it, but I know the internet would be like,
people get
the
mad.
internet would be pissed and be like,
Yeah,
why
but-
did he get 3 spots if he's not going to win? You could have given it to somebody else.
You
But
know,
I feel like if they had Twitter back then, there would have been somebody.
there's
saying that.
always gonna be. I'm sure fucking Meltzer probably complained.
Yeah, I doubt Meltzer gives that
I'm
match
sure-
even a rating.
I should go find that, see if that's on something to wrestle, which I haven't
probably
listened to
is.
in fucking years. But they probably talked about it, and I'm sure they talk about Dave Meltzer.
So HBK versus Mick Foley. Mike.
Mick Foley.
I'm going with HB Sizzle.
I'm also going HBK.
I gotta go HBK on that.
That's fine.
Sorry, Mick.
You
I love
deserve
you, bud.
it.
He does. HBK does deserve it. He's a GOAT. And for the last era for the night, or bracket for the night, we have the Ruthless Aggression. So John Cena versus Batista, the
This
start.
is a fire 8. This is
John
a
Ce-
fire
John,
8.
It's
right
John
here.
Cena.
That is a great opener.
John Cena. I'm going to give...
There is no sympathy vote in this.
This is hard.
This is
John
literally
Cena
perfect.
carried it on his back.
This
Yeah,
was like
Batista
was Raw. No.
Yeah, Batista was Raw.
Yeah, this was
Whoa.
Raw. John Cena was SmackDown.
And then they switched at some point.
yeah,
I'm
'cause they
gonna
were facing-
go. I'm gonna go Batista because of that power bomb to Triple H when he finally put the thumbs down. That moment was fucking huge.
it
I'm
was.
gonna give it to Batista.
I was a big fan of both of them back then. I preferred John Cena though. This was like John Cena with the jerseys, and he was doing the chain gang shit. I was a
Yeah.
big fan. Of.
When
When he
would
turned into
too.
the Marine, I wasn't really feeling that.
Yeah, he started losing me at the Marine, and then he lost me at one point. And I'm like, I don't like
that
this.
movie so hard, and he's still doing it to this day.
Like, why are you saluting, sir? You were never in the military.
Never.
Randy Orton. Didn't they put Randy Orton in one of them?
The
Yeah,
ring
he
is
was like,
his
I think it was Marine
battlefield.
3.
I think he was in like 3, which is fucked up because he literally was in the military and went AWOL. So,
Miz was in 4 and 5.
so yeah, Randy must have been in like 3.
I think Ted DiBiase Jr. was
This
on the
is-
second one.
Yeah, I think you're right because they were definitely were trying to build him up to be like a future world champion, and that shit did not work.
It didn't. It didn't.
He was bland. Is the issue? He didn't have the charisma his dad had.
But he's the greatest booker in all of Bookiverse. Wasn't for him, we wouldn't have that man, Chef O'Reilly.
Yep. Oh no, what we would have lost, John. Is it John Cena or Batista?
Oh, I'm going Batista because after like Chain Gang,
Flip a
I feel
coin,
like
John
John
Cena's
Cena
heads.
changed a lot and they got worse, including fan reaction. Batista, he stayed the same,
John
and he
But to be
Cena's-
stayed.
fair, that like the Marine, all that stuff like that happened after the Attitude Era, though. Like that was,
You mean ruthless aggression?
or I was about to say Ruthless Aggression Era. That was like after that when they started getting to the PG era when they started dressing like that.
Would flip a coin. So heads is Cena, tails is Batista. So 1 for Cena, 2 for Cena. Cena
Let's go.
moves on.
I'm
not
not
mad
Chain
at
Gang
it,
John
but-
Cena. The other John Cena, he can go, but Chain Gang, that was my guy.
I like Chain. I love Chain Gang John Cena. I did not. Super Cena is where he really lost me.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
was
like,
that shit.
I'm over this. Umagi should have at least got 1 dub.
But when he used to wrap the chain around his hand and he would punch you with that was my favorite version of John Cena.
And then him and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was in a wheelchair. It was feuding with him and Eddie. Speaking of, Kurt Angle versus Eddie.
Bro, I thought Kurt Angle died, bro. When he
I did too.
You can't tell me different.
This one's difficult.
This is
Yeah,
fire.
he threw him off when Big Show choke slammed him off the.
I never
wagon.
I did that. I said, bro, he died. Like that's
Yeah,
it.
he's
Like,
dead.
they killed him.
And he came back like next week. He was in a wheelchair.
I said, bro, his head was. They had blood. Had a blood pool.
And
Go back his head.
Yeah. It's on me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on you.
This is really fucking.
This
tough.
is probably the hardest one I've had
This
all night.
probably.
This is a great one.
Ugh.
This is a great one. But you know where I'm going.
I'm gonna go with Kurt. Wrestling Machine is both had great gimmicks, but Wrestling Machine is fire.
Yeah, I'm also going Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's another one that no matter what era, I got him.
John, Eddie or Kurt?
It's peak Angle. Nothing beats it.
No, we're not doing peak Angle. We're doing Perk Angle. That's what we're calling that man.
No, he
This
wants to be
is
called
not
Peak. He
Perk
doesn't
yet.
like Perk.
Nah, I don't care. He Percules to me.
I'm giving Eddie.
Hercules is wild.
I'm giving
What a
Eddie
man,
the
Perk
vote.
Angle.
Hercules is crazy.
my
Another fire one. Randy Orton versus Edge. Bad guy, it's on you.
This is the hard one for me because they both drew literal emotion out of me. Like I hated both these guys growing up.
Rated RKO.
I didn't really care for that tag team, no. But Radar Superstar, and then because this is to me this is prime Randy Orton because we got the ball one
Bald head.
and we have the what you call it,
Legend Killer.
Legend Killer. I'm gonna go Randy Orton because I hated him in 2 different eras. Like I legit hated this man. Like Edge, I didn't really like him when he was Edge and Christian. I was like, oh fuck that guy. I really liked
The
I
Hardys.
really like Too Cool and the Hardy Boys. Those were my teams back then. But Randy Orton, I wanted to fight him in real life. But I wanted to fight that man as a kid. I used to hate him.
Yeah, bald-headed Randy Orton might be the greatest heel ever.
Imagine being into Too Cool over Edge and Christian.
Oh, I definitely look.
I fucked
Too
with Too Cool.
I
Too
fucked
Cool
with Too
and-
Cool,
and
but not
Hardy
over
Boys,
Edge and
I was-
Christian.
I was big fans of those two.
Not
And the
over
thing
Edge
is,
and
I was
Christian.
hurt.
The thing is, I know they didn't have the I guess Edge doing the spear, but like they had the least amount of highlights you could argue in the TLCs, but they won both of them.
Didn't make
They
sense.
also did the was it 5 second?
5-second pose.
Yeah, 5 second pose.
That shit was so dumb.
It was hilarious.
I loved
though.
it. No,
It was
that-
dumb. It is
so
dumb,
good.
but
It was
hilarious.
so dumb. They wore
That shit
dumb
was
hats
dumb.
and fucking sunglasses. I loved it.
Like I get gimmick wise, I get it. Still fucked up though. It's still fucked up. But yeah, and that if Too Cool or Hardy Boys didn't win, I was hurt every time.
John.
Yeah, I'm going Edge because I hated him more, but also he's funnier. He's better in ring. I altogether like Edge. Edge is better at everything than Randy Orton is.
That's
a
wild.
finisher. No, Edge's finisher should
Edge's
not
spear
be
is
the
awful.
spear. He
And I would say Randy Orton's better
you
in
should
ring.
have kept
I
hitting
was
that
better in
execution
ring.
on motherfuckers.
Randy Orton pissed me off more. I think, and then with Edge took my woman too, because Lita was my woman back then. I don't care. I also didn't like him for that too. He hurt my guy Matt Hardy.
He did.
I was hurt just like he was. How could you cheat on us?
Oh,
With
no,
them of all people, with Edge.
Edge wasn't shit. I wish I could relive the first time he cashed the first cash in ever. Because I definitely didn't see it. I didn't see it live until I was an adult because I didn't have cable or I couldn't afford pay per view. So I saw like later, but like I wish I could
that was great heel work.
Yeah, I wish I could erase it and rewatch it.
Because I was pissed. I was like, no, not like this. Not like this.
Not like this.
Not
Damn
like
it.
This. And then he slept with Lita on TV. Yeah, fuck Edge, bro.
I'm going with Edge.
He's going Edge.
Going Edge.
I'm gonna tie it up. I'm gonna go Orton. That ball-headed Orton was insane. He was diabolical.
He knocked John Cena out, had him on the top of the stage, started playing. He literally picked every single pyro. I gotta blow him up, please.
Yeah. Edge wasn't shit, but Randy Orton wasn't shit. Heads is Randy, tails is Edge. So flip number 1. Heads.
Let's go.
This has so many heads.
So it's Edge, right?
I think there's only been like 3 tail flips.
We'll find a different coin. Chris Benoit versus Brock Lesnar.
This is a legit match.
I'm just going Brock Lesnar. Just put me down already for Brock Lesnar.
I said that there
was
Robert
Kelly versus P. Diddy.
This is a prison wet dream right here. Prison wet dream.
I saw this matchup earlier, and I'm like, this matchup is diabolical.
I'm going with the lesser evil.
Cover your drinks,
and that's Brock Lesnar.
I was like, is there a lesser evil in this?
You're right. I don't know.
I mean, the only difference is Brock Lesnar didn't fucking murder his family, so
but he did rape. I think that's arguably worse. At least they got to die at the end.
They're both terrible.
Crazy.
Like, there's no winning. Like, there's no way.
Let me do this. I ain't trying to get talking.
He's dead.
Either way, this is awful. Can we?
This is a crazy match.
Get this round over with. So then Randy. No matter what, can we just move Randy Orton to the end? Because there's no way. Like, there's no way this is gonna matter.
No.
I will say
so much better of a wrestler than
I will say in this era, my 2 favorites were Triple H and Brock Lesnar. I was so excited when Brock came back. Kenny.
I would honestly say, like I said, all charges and stuff put to the side. I'm saying they both were fire in ring. They both were fire in ring to me. And I would say Chris Benoit is what I would choose back then.
I didn't like Chris Benoit because I was a Triple H guy. So it was fuck Chris Benoit.
He was like the underrated guy that, like, he was kind of like the Daniel Bryan to me. Like, I wanted him to win the title so bad. And then when he finally won, I was like, thank God. And then he did what he did. I was like, damn
it.
Both times he fucked that up pretty quickly.
And both times I wanted Triple H to win.
I said, you fumbled the bag.
He did.
Like, it's just like, oh, you fumbled. Like, that did more than that.
John,
a little more than that.
John, you're voting.
We going Crispin. Brock sucks. Crispin was good.
Okay, we're gonna switch the simulator to this one. So I'm gonna flip it. Heads is Brock. Tails is Benoit. So Benoit gets 1.
He clicked the one that does all tails now.
Chris Benoit.
It's a tie. Brock gets 1. And you see, heads.
Oh, fuck.
So Brock moves on.
Brock.
Neither are great options.
Can we do early voting?
Neither were great options.
All right.
John Cena versus Kurt Angle.
This is fire.
This is fire.
I'm going John Cena. I don't know if it's my turn, but I'm going John Cena.
Damn, this chain gang John Cena too.
Your time is up. My time is now.
No, this is
wait.
Oh, you think you're
Word
untouchable.
life.
Basic
Word
thugonomics.
I know John Cena's
Why did
entire
John Cena
verse.
never
Word
like
life.
sell those fucking knuckle things he wore? I wanted those
I don't
so
know.
bad.
Whether I'm
I got some
fighting or
wristbands if you want 'em.
spitting, my
Well, no, I wanted the knuckle
fighting
rings.
or
Those are
spitting.
so
Knuckle
sick.
things.
I got some black wristbands if you want them. I
got
those.
you backing up in the defense's position. Ass
have
kicking
some jorts.
anthem, heavyweight or bantam.
The fact this man's arms were so big, he had a headband on his arm is insane.
That is wild.
That's
Forgot he
crazy.
did that. And the thing is, so here's the thing, John. Not you, John Cena. I'm talking to you through.
Sorry, yes, I got to talk to you about this.
I talked to you about your hair, bro. Your hair it's gone. Like, it's dying. Like, you need to let it go. You wore a short ass haircut as a fake Marine for 20 years. Then the last 5 years, you decided, no, I'm going to grow my hair out. But it's bald. You have a giant bald spot in the middle of your head. You're 2 weeks away from being Hulk Hogan.
It's pretty bad. His hair is struggling.
Just cut it, bro. Cut
What's
it
the
short.
movie? What's the movie when Bill Murray was playing bowling? And his hair was looking all
I mean,
crazy
like
to the
he
side.
could do the Elon Musk, right? And just
You
get
just cut his
plans?
hair how he had it before for 20 fucking years.
true.
It looks
He needs to
way
go
worse
back
with
to
the
that
full
fucking
hair. We see all the
high and
baldness.
tight.
It's just that baldness is pretty bad.
Yeah, like
It's real bad.
yeah.
But when he shaves
Give
it,
up-
that's
give
gonna
it
be a
up.
new level of heel, though. That's gonna be like, oh.
I don't know if he's gonna.
I don't need him to shave it bald. He doesn't need to be Randy, but at least cut it back to where you had it before, where we couldn't. It's not a giant noticeable thing during the match.
Demoni
It gets
should vote.
worse as the match goes.
It does. John Cena, I need you to shave your head like Hawk did from Legion of Doom. Just have little mohawks on the side like that.
The issue is that's the part he can't. He doesn't have anymore.
It just goes back and it stops right here.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna go Kurt Angle because I'm including this TNA work here
Yeah.
because that's still technically ruthless aggression.
Yeah.
John, or not John, Kenny,
You already know where I'm going.
Kurt.
I love Chain Gang John Cena, but there's nothing better than Kurt Angle, than Hercules himself. Nobody better than him. Than Perk Cousins.
Perk Cousins.
Kurt Cousins is insane.
I'm gonna come up with a new name every time. Every time we
Yeah.
advance, I'm gonna give him a new name.
Give me my
John.
man,
Was
give
it
me my
Perk
man
Herb
Perk
Street?
Warner over here.
What, John?
Perk Warner, give it to him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Lean into the madness. Perk and Ernie. There you go.
That is crazy.
Let's get it.
Give me that Perk Cobain.
Was it Perk Nowinski? There you go.
Perk the whiskey is wild. Randy Orton versus Brock.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, it's Randy Orton. Brock wasn't around that long. He was only there for like 3-4 years.
And you know John's going
And
for
then he
Randy, so you might as well just give him the 3.
Yeah, don't even think that I'll give a vote to Brock.
Bad guy.
I'm gonna go Randy because he drew like legit emotion out of me, so I gotta go with Randy.
So Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton for the
Fire match,
fourth
by the way.
spot. We'll start with John this time. John, Kurt, or Randy?
You already know it's Perk Cobain. Put it on him.
There you go.
Bad guy.
Perk Russell.
I think I can compete with Guinea, and then he beats me every time. Like Booker did.
Doing it.
This is tough. I'm gonna go with Kurt. I just remember the main event. I remember the main event Mafia stuff, and that shit's so fire.
Let's go,
All
Perk
right, well, I'm
Cobain.
gonna, it's the Puckinator.
Not the percolator.
The
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Kurt Angle wins every single fucking tournament we do.
Because he's the GOAT.
He is up there.
What are we
He's
talking
up there.
about?
He's not Triple H.
So representing The
Wait.
He will wrestle circles,
Triple H is the
squares,
goat.
triangles.
Triple H is the goat. Period.
Triple H actually kind of fit more in this era than
Yeah.
he fits in both.
He
Realistically,
fits in all of them.
Is Triple H doing a running rolling senton onto Abyss off the top of the stage?
No,
Fuck.
because he
I
never
mean-
had to go to TNA.
Fuck no, he's not
He-
doing that.
He
He's
married
not
his
doing that
way
with
up.
Pain. He's not doing a slingshot. He's not even doing a slingshot. He's got to jump off and do a double
But-
off the apron.
But you know what he is gonna do? He's gonna wrestle with two torn quads. He's gonna get put in the walls of Jericho with the torn quad.
That's crazy because Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken
Freaking neck.
Now who one ups who? Because Kurt Angle was
Triple H tore his quad twice and wrestled entire matches after.
Hey, but he ain't win no gold medal though.
Nah.
He ain't do it for America. He did it for America.
Kevin
We're over
Nash
here
tore a
worshiping
quad during
fucking
that
Hogan.
tournament.
Insane.
JD
He's the
McDonough
real
punctured
American.
JD McDonough punctured a lung and kept going. That happened. That's insane.
That is crazy.
Bro needed an inhaler. But the four that are entering into the finals are Terry Funk representing the territories, Macho Man representing the Hulkmania. You know what? We're calling it Macho Madness. Fuck Hulkamania.
Macho
Macho
Madness.
Madness.
Ooh, yeah.
The Attitude Era is represented by HBK and Kurt Angle representing Ruthless Aggression, which is
Burt
fitting.
Reynolds.
It's fitting.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get
So,
out of here.
John-
What's our next week's?
Oh, our next
for?
week is going to be. Give me 1 second. It's gonna start off with. I'm gonna butcher the way I say this, so I apologize to start off. Perusil and Lucha Libre region. I told you I was gonna butcher it.
You know, he sound like my dog when he's hungry. He's like,
I told you I was gonna butcher it. I've only seen this word. I've
How do you
never
spell
actually
it?
heard someone say
How do
it.
you spell it?
Puroresu.
to be fair, I've never heard it like said. out
I've
loud.
never even
seen
heard.
it.
I've never even seen it
I've
spelled.
seen it. I've seen it spelled. I've never heard anyone
I've
say
never
the
heard of that
word.
word before.
Never heard
Well, it's
You could've-
pretty much it's Japanese and Lucha Libre. Then an international region, which is going to be like your Canadian stars, your European stars. Independent region, which is going to be your AJ Styles, your Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omegas, and then your modern era, which is going to be your Roman Reigns, your John Moxley's, your MJFs.
You know, John Moxley made that bracket.
He did.
Ugh.
He is a champion.
He
There's
didn't make mine.
well, there's
Just because you
period
don't
where-
like him, John.
I don't like current Moxley. There was a Moxley I did like, and then they fucking took away the cool part of him.
Like the
The
song.
whole song. That was the best
That was the cool part. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he couldn't pay. He was sick of. They didn't want to. He was done paying the licensing fees.
wow, dang.
Wow thing.
Right. That was cool, but you can't just give it to us and then take it away because you're cheap now.
Well, he also switched gimmicks, so they don't want the fans
I
singing
don't
with him
care.
and cheering.
Well,
He's-
that's a
He's
bad
heel.
writing.
Well, yeah, it is. No one likes this Death Rider shit. Everyone's like, this is dumb. This is stupid. Why are you carrying around the title in a briefcase? We know the title's in there. Unless it's empty, which is even dumber.
Did Luchasaurus ever recover? Did he
I don't know.
die?
I don't think. No, he definitely didn't die. I don't think. I don't.
Like
know
I
what
thought he was
happened.
like on the precipice of death back in like December. Like,
I know he was like really ill, and his career was at jeopardy. I don't know if he was gonna die.
and I feel like I haven't heard anything about it yet. All right, let's get out of here so we can find out.
All right. Mike, can they find you anywhere?
No,
That D Money, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at all the things at Dumb Money T13, DAMONEY T13, except for Twitter because fuck Elon Musk.
And Bad Guy, tell them about your 37 shows.
Catch me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. Catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube. So you can also catch Unbiased, the football podcast. You take up a little you like this. You can also catch Hood Movie Review, where y'all review all your favorite and not so favorite hood movies. Can speak for a second. And you can also catch Not a Real Court, where you argue things like best vegetable even though we're not going to do that. And last but not least, you can also catch Geek in the Sheets. I forgot the name
Oh,
of it
fuck
for a
you.
split second.
Geek in the motherfucking
Geek in
sheets.
the motherfucking sheets. We argue everything, Marvel, DC, anime, all that shit.
Also, your Luchasaurus update. He was spotted at a toy show in Ohio, and
Why
he's
do I
apparently
feel like
apparently he's healthy.
I thought you were gonna say he was spotted in the woods.
He might be. I don't know where dinosaur men are birthed from.
I
so he might
imagine
have
he
been.
just runs naked through the woods, right? Like
Yeah, maybe.
like a Sasquatch,
Yeah,
but he's a lizard instead.
yeah. He was
So maybe the desert. Maybe he's doing it's the desert, not the woods.
yeah he was spotted at a toy show in Ohio. So
He
apparently
just walks
he's
out of
healthy.
a cave.
That would make sense. They should have never broken up
No, I agree.
Luchasaurus, or not. No, what was it?
Jungle Brothers and shit like that.
It was Jungosaurus because it was
Junglesaurus.
Jungle Boy.
No,
Jungle
Junglesaurus
Boy.
is what we called
We
it.
called it. I refuse to call it.
But it was
Jurassic
Jungle
Express.
Jurassic. No, we called it Jungle Express, right?
We called it Jungosaurus because that made more sense because
Yes,
it was Luchasaurus
correct.
and Jungle Boy than Jungle Express, which was dumb. Fuck them for that.
I have that shirt, but it doesn't fit me anymore.
Because you're getting buff.
No, because I'm getting fat.
He tried to help you out there.
No,
You know who we were missing on this whole thing? Buff Bagwell.
I
'Cause
was
he's
thinking about
buff.
He's
got
the
the
stuff.
stuff.
He's
And
buff.
the
He's
girl
tough.
can't
Is he-
get enough.
Did he get in trouble? Did he get canceled? What happened?
He'll
with
never
that?
be canceled in my eyes.
I can't
No,
remember.
he was just
these
he was a
days.
gigolo.
Well, yeah,
No,
but that was.
he had like a super woke like Twitter account that everybody thought was him, and then it found out that he had like an intern running it, and that was just getting him a bunch of good press.
That's not bad. That's not
It's not
illegal.
that bad.
Yeah, I feel like he's a meathead, and he probably has no
I
idea.
have
what's
a
going
Buff
on.
Bagwell shirt around somewhere,
This podcast supports Buff Bagwell.
unless he does something dumb
Yeah,
or something we
right.
don't know about.
They
Yeah,
don't like him in secret.
They'll or Kenny will just like him in public. He likes.
Yeah, I would. I would. I ain't no secret about. I'm like, bro, he is the greatest to ever do. I don't give a fuck.
He has. Does he still wear the big hats, like the Cat
don't
in the
think
Hat
so.
hats? You remember those in the '90s?
I do.
Yeah,
agree.
You get him
I
from the
remember he wore
fairs.
that giant ass hat. Yeah,
That
Yeah.
shit's nasty.
I like Buff Bagwell, but that's been this episode of Book It.
See ya.
Surf Park.
Bye.